Hey everyone, welcome to the RA Leads YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be going over Facebook ads and Facebook retargeting ads for Real Geeks websites. And so if you have a Real Geeks website, you probably have people visiting your website every single day. And so we're able to set up Facebook advertisements to actually get in front of those same people who've been to your website. So we're able to actually capture them, pull them back to your website, and able to convert them into a lead. And usually with retargeting ads, we're able to get a lot cheaper cost per lead, anywhere from sometimes $2 all the way up to $5, $6 for cost per lead. All right. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the A to Z, how to make sure you're able to capture leads on your Real Geeks website. And so we're going to set up your lead capture form. We're then going to go into setting up your Facebook pixel so you're able to track your actual lead cost on Facebook. Then we're going to make sure that you have your drip campaign set up so we're able to nurture those leads that we generate. And then I'm going to show you actually how to set up the Facebook retargeting ad. Okay, so let's dive in and let's not waste any time. As Real Geeks website, I'm just going to do a brief overview of what we're going to set up so you understand what exactly we're setting up, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to actually do so. Okay, so with Facebook retargeting ads, I've usually used these specific campaigns for pretty much all my clients who have Real Geeks websites. So we set up the retargeting ads usually 2 months after we run the Google ads. For cold audience, I usually recommend running Google ads because they're higher intent. And then we're able to retarget those people who maybe just naturally, organically out on your website or through Google ads. And then so these are the exact same campaigns that I set up for my clients as well. And so basically, I have a document. It's going to be right below this video. You can just click on it, and then you go to the next page and be able to see this entire document. These are actually the proven Facebook ad templates that convert. And so these are ones I've used specifically for Real Geeks websites, for any retargeting ads specifically. And so to quickly brief overview, I basically run 2 different types of image ad campaigns, and then I use variations so we're able to split test to make sure that we're refining it consistently to get the cheapest cost per lead. And so in general, like I may set one up for condos and it would look something like this. I'd set one up for homes for sale and use the quadrant, one like this. Very, very simple, and they're very easy to set up. And then I have a one where I also use the copy right here so you know exactly what to put in. Just replace your information, the type of home, the location. And then we also have video ad too. So I set up a video ad as well for retargeting, which I'll show you exactly how to create as well. In the document, I also have the step-by-step how to do so, and I have a separate video where it's like a 5-minute video showing you specifically how to create it as well, but I'm gonna have it in this video too. So basically how the ads are going is people go to our website, and then after they go to their website, they're gonna get these ads on Facebook. And so they're gonna get a mix of images, where they can click on it, and then they're also going to get a video. They're going to end up ultimately going to the exact same page. We're just using different types of images, copy, to split test to get the highest click-through rate. Okay, so now that you kind of understand the gist of everything, they're pretty simple. There's going to be 4 steps that we're going to want to do to make sure that this is set up correctly. The first thing we're going to want to do is turn on the lead capture property form. So for example, when we turn on the lead capture form, what I mean by this is basically, if we go to a Real Geeks website and we go to a property listing, let me just click one right here, we're going to have this appear. And so we want to make sure this is actually turned on because this is how we're going to actually capture the leads that we're running the Facebook ad to. And so most of you guys probably will have this set up already. And so if you are already set up, then you can skip to the next chapter. But if you don't have this turned on, I'm going to show you how to set this up right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to your Real Geeks backend. I know there's multiple ways to log into your Real Geeks backend, but how I usually do it is I go to leads.realgeeks.com. I'll get sent to my Real Geeks backend dashboard. I can click up here. Sometimes it's also on the right as well, but you'd want to go down to settings and then go to edit website. And so now you're in the site backend of your actual Real Geeks website, and you're going to want to scroll down to site settings. And then you're going to go over to advanced site settings, and you're going to see lead capture on property. And you're going to want to make sure that is either on use default, as long as default is triggered to 1, or you can just add in 1 as well, just to make sure that it's, so that when you have it as 1, that means the lead capture form is going to appear right away when someone clicks on the property detail page. And so you want to make sure that's either set to 1 or default, as long as default is 1. And then for sure, we will know that we'll also get this lead capture form to pop up. So once you've changed that, you're going to want to scroll down to the bottom and click save. And now the first step is fully completed. So now we've made sure that the lead capture page is on the website, so we're able to capture the leads. The second step is going to be setting up our Facebook pixel. And so we want to make sure we set up our Facebook pixel so we're able to actually track our cost per lead when we're running the Facebook ads. Because if we didn't, then we would ultimately have no idea if it's even worth it or if we're paying a decent cost per lead for what we're actually running. And so for you guys to want to set the Facebook pixel, some of you guys may have a business manager already within Facebook, some of you may not. So we're going to start right from scratch basically. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to business.facebook.com. And so this is a business manager. And so if you go to this page and you don't instantly log in, you're gonna have to go create a business profile. And so you're gonna wanna go through those steps to actually go create the business profile. You basically just sign up, log in with your regular personal Facebook account, because that's what you need to log into. That's how you're gonna run the ads. And then just add in your business name, add in all your legal info, your website, add in the credit card information and all that stuff to make sure your account's set up. And then for most of you who have that actual business manager set up, I can't show you because literally every single email I have is already registered for business manager. But when we click on business.facebook.com, and so you should actually get redirected to a page that looks like this. If you didn't, then you always want to go through the business manager setup. It's going to take like 3 minutes to do, it's very simple. And then you're going to be redirected here. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down to settings, and then you're going to want to click more business settings. And so from here, you're going to see people. You're going to want to make sure that your name is added to this account. If not, make sure you add your name to this account. You're going to want to go down to pages, make sure that you've connected your business manager and your personal page to your Facebook page. This should all be set up as well. The ad account should be set up, and those should all generally be set up automatically, but just double check through these to make sure that they're all connected. That way you're able to run the ads. And then we're going to basically go down to business info. And so from business info, again, when you set up your account, you should go through this info, but you always want to check this beforehand, because if you don't fill this out and then you run your Facebook ads, you might just get rejected and you could possibly get your ad account shut down, because Facebook is very finicky like that. So you're going to want to go down to business info. What is the most important thing is that you actually fill out all your legal business information, and you turn on two-factor authentication. And so that way that will reduce the chances of you even getting rejected from running any advertisements right away. The next thing you're going to want to go to is payment methods, to make sure that you add your billing information so you can actually get charged for the credit card, and you're going to want to set that all up as well. Now that you've kind of added in your basic business information and you've added your credit card into your Facebook account, now we can actually set up the pixel so we can track the cost per lead. And so from here within our account, from business settings, we can go into data sources and we can click pixels. So if I was on the main page as well, what you would do is you go to all tools, and then you would go down to Events Manager. And then from Events Manager, you can see Data Sources. And so you're going to click on Data Sources. And hopefully you have a pixel set up already. If you have a Facebook pixel set up already, then all we need to do is connect it to your Real Geeks website. If you don't, then you're going to want to go over here and click Connect Data Source. And then you're going to want to click Web for website. You're going to want to enter the name of your pixel. So we're going to add whatever your business is, real estate, for instance, and we would create that pixel. You'd add in your website. I don't have a website actually. Let's just do that. I don't have a website. And then from here, we want to click Metapixel only. We're going to want to click that, and we'll click Install Code Manually. And so from here, now we're going to actually have our code that we're going to want to make sure that's on our Real Geeks website. And so you're going to click Copy Code. And then once we've copied the code, you're going to click Continue. Sure, you can turn on matching if you want. It doesn't really matter, but go ahead. And then from here, what we'd want to do next is we'd want to open a notes file, because we're just going to save this pixel. So you just want to copy and paste that pixel into somewhere where you can just save it for a little bit later. We're going to click Continue, and then you're going to want to verify your domain. And so you're going to click here. And so from here, you're going to want to add a domain. And so you're going to basically click New Domain, and then you're going to add in your domain. I can't add in the domain, obviously, but what's going to happen is you're going to add your domain in, and then you're going to be taken to a page that's going to kind of look like something like this, where you're going to see a drop down for verify domain. And then from there, you're going to want to click update DNS text record with your domain registrar. And then from there, you're going to click that, you're going to copy the code, and then you're going to want to copy that code, go back to your notes file, paste it in there as well, and then you're going to want to save that. I wish I could show you, but it's not registering with my business. This is also just a Real Geeks thing as well that shows you exactly how to do it. And so then once your domain is actually verified, we'd cancel it. We'd have to go back down to data sources, pixels. And then here, now we have our pixel created. We have the codes that we all need to do to verify our domain and actually add the Facebook pixel. We can go click on our pixel, click open in Events Manager. And then from here, you go on continue pixel setup. Just make sure that we went through all the stuff correctly. Copy the code, yep. And then we want to click configure web events. Now, once your domain's verified, you can go in and configure the web events as well. I'm only showing this because I want to show you every single thing so you can cover all the bases, but this is automatically going to be set up for you, so you do not need to worry about this. But basically you're going to have events under here where it's able to track specific ones you want. So as this is one of my e-commerce stores where I sell products, I have purchases on here because I want to track purchases. When you add your Real Geeks website, you're already going to have complete registration, which is what you want. And so you don't actually need to go into this as well, but I just wanted to just show you that you can do it. All we really need is the Facebook pixel, and then we need the code, the text record for the actual verified domain. All we need is that, and that's as long as we have those two things, we'll be able to actually track our cost per lead, okay? So now we're basically done. We've set up our pixel. We've made sure we have all the codes that we need to do. Now we just need to email Real Geeks the code. So basically what we're gonna do is we're going to want to open up an email. We're going to want to type in to support@realgeeks.com and then Facebook pixel as your caption or your subject. I type in Facebook pixel plus verified domain and then type in your website, whatever it is. And then you type in, hey there, can you please add my Facebook pixel? To, and then type in your domain. So if it was whatever it was, raleads.ca, and then we go down to our file, we copy and paste this. I just get rid of it so I know I've copied it completely. And then we'll add it in here. Can you also add my text record to verify my domain on Facebook? I like to explain exactly the purpose of why I submit these codes. The only reason why is because sometimes I've just submitted the codes and they don't install it correctly. And so I tell them specifically what the purpose of each of the codes are for, because then they'll know exactly where to place it. And so you'll go back into your text and you'll grab your text record. It's not going to be this because this is a Facebook pixel, but you're going to want to grab your text record, go in here, copy that, thank you, and then click send, and then within literally 24 hours, sometimes even a couple hours, they'll add all that to your website, and then your domain will be verified. You'll be able to actually track your cost per lead, and the web event's already set up automatically, so you'll be able to actually track your cost per lead via the complete registration event. And so that's all you have to do. So just quickly to recap with Facebook, you need to set up the business manager, make sure you've added in your business information and your credit card billing information. Then you want to go over the pixel, create your data source, get the Facebook pixel code, and also get the verified domain text record as well. And then you're going to want to email both of those to Real Geeks, tell them to put it on your website. And then now they're going to do that within 24 hours, and then you'll be able to actually track your cost per lead. And so now we've made sure that we've turned on the lead capture form and we set it our Facebook pixel. The last thing, which I'm going to very quickly go over, is making sure our drip campaign's set up. And so when we generate those leads, a lot of leads are not ready to buy right away, especially usually on Facebook. But since we're retargeting them, the sales cycle is a little bit shorter. But some leads still may be 5-6 months out, sometimes 3 months out. And so we want to make sure that we have email and text being automatically sent to them. And so that those bases at least are already covered. And then we really have to focus on how often we have to call them. And so I'm going to show you how to very quickly add in the pre-made templates from the Real Geeks website so you can actually have a drip campaign set up very, very quickly. So what you're going to want to do is I'll go to leads.realgeeks.com, and then either up here in the top right or on the left side bar, you're going to see where it says workflow drip. And so you're going to want to click on that workflow drip. And then our workflow drip section is where our automated emails are. And so you can see I already have one set up for this specific client. And so what we're going to want to do is basically we're going to go click add a workflow, and we're going to go to library. And then here you go. And then we're basically just going to grab this one. So Real Geeks buyer lead template. If you want to preview it, you can see exactly how it's set up. You can even view the email specifically. So, hey, say Avery, thank you for visiting our website. You can log into your account. And these are just good enough, right? And so what you would do is you would click use. And now that's created. And so what you're going to also want to do right away is to make sure that we've triggered this. So right now, as long as once we publish this, this email text is going to be sent out to any person that ends up becoming a lead in your Real Geeks backend. So if you have Zillow leads that are just getting past your Real Geeks backend, it'll trigger. If you had a person fill out the home valuation tool, this would trigger as well. And we don't necessarily want that. We kind of want this to be specific to people who've entered their information on the property detail page because they're interested in a home. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to lead source and make sure that we've switched to website property search. So as long as we have that, it's only going to trigger for the people who have entered their info in on the lead capture page. If you want to target everyone, just do any source, and then you could do that. If you wanted to assign it to an agent as well, you could do that. And that would just change basically the name of who it's getting sent from, because they already have the email signature in there as well when you send it. Okay, so those are the first two things you just want to make sure you have set up. The next thing is this one up here in the top right. It's going to say automatically stop workflow and communication. You're going to want to click check, because if we have any leads that respond to your email, say we send an email out or a text and they respond, say, hey, I'm actually interested in X home, you don't want them to keep getting those automated emails because it's not going to be as congruent since you've already responded to them and now you're starting the communication. So you want to make sure that this is checked off. So anyone who responds is now going to be opted out of this workflow, and then you could just start dealing with them one-on-one. Okay, so now we've set up all this stuff so they'll get sent to the only lead property detail page. If they respond, they'll get opted out of this workflow. And the only other thing, you could just click publish from now, but the only thing I would recommend is shrinking the time frame, because the lead is the hottest within that first 7 days to 14 days. And so we should be getting at least 3 emails, if not 4 emails in there within that time frame. And so what I tend to do is I'll usually set up where you can wait 2 days if you want, and then you can wait 2 days again. So this will be on day 4. This will be on day 7. And then you can add this to be day 12. And then if it's day 12, I'll shoot it day 20. So I could do it 8 days. So now they're getting on day 2, day 4, day 7, day 12, day 20. And then at this point, it's been 20 days, they haven't responded. They're obviously less interested at this point. So then we can kind of pull it out. So how I tend to do it is usually from 18, I'll go to 14 for 2 times. Since again, it's only been about 14 days. And so they're still within that month or 2. And so we don't want to just drop out to 1 email a month, because there could be other agents who have them as a lead too and are following up more, which means you lose the lead. And so we want to add 14, and then pretty much at this time, you can add another 14, but I kind of just slap it on 30 for the rest of the time, and then I'll just run out like that. So that's pretty much all you need to do. Just add in that custom pre-done Real Geeks buyer template, go in, shorten the days, make sure it's change the website property search, and then turn this on so any leads that actually turn on or respond will be opted out immediately. And then you're just going to click publish, and you'll be ready to go. And then I'm not going to do it though, because obviously I have this already set up for my client. I'm going to go in and delete this. And then that's going to be active. And so now anyone who goes to your website, fills out the property detail page, is now automatically going to get those emails and text messages sent out to them right away. And so that way we're able to actually kind of follow up with them. And we might get some people that just respond from those emails, which means you won't have to really do anything other than actually call them. Okay, so now we've set up all the basics. We've made sure our lead capture is on, so we can capture the leads. We make sure our pixel's on so we can track the cost per lead. And we made sure our drip campaign's on so we can actually follow up with those leads who fill out the information. Now it's time to actually set up the Facebook ads. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do with our Facebook ads is make sure that we actually have the audiences set up so we can retarget them. right? Because right now we don't have anyone to actually target. And so we need to create those audiences in the Facebook backend. So when we create a retargeting ad, we can add that audience to there and actually target them. So if you go back over business home, so if you type in business.facebook.com, you'll be redirected to a page like this. From here, you're going to want to click all tools. And then you're going to want to scroll down until you see audiences. And then you're going to want to click audiences. And so there's actually going to be 3 audiences that I would recommend you making. You could make 4 if you wanted to. The first one is going to be all website visitors. And so it's going to be everyone who's been to your website, regardless if they entered a lead information in or not. We're going to target everyone. The second one we're going to do is target all the people who like your Facebook page or have engaged in your Facebook page, right? Because those people are obviously still somewhat congruent to actually being interested. The next thing we're going to also do is set up our Instagram. So we can also run retargeting ads to all the people who have interacted or follow us on Instagram as well. And so we're going to create those 3 audiences so we can retarget to all those people. And then the last one you could set up, which I quite honestly don't recommend, but some people prefer to target the people who have been to the website but haven't actually became a lead. And normally that's really good. Like with my e-commerce companies, I'll always do that. But with real estate specifically, I wouldn't recommend doing that because the lead conversion ratio within real estate is so low. Like out of 100 leads you generate, you might convert 1, 2, 3 of those leads, which means there's 97 that end up not even becoming or purchasing with you or becoming a client. And so those technically, those people who've entered the leads are more interested in buying a home probably than the people who went to your website but didn't fill the lead information out. And so in my view, we should be targeting everyone because even if you are in direct communication with them, that person still might be 3 months out. They're kind of interested that they haven't fully committed. And by them seeing you kind of appear constantly and have them constantly looking at homes, it could actually push them over the ledge to actually say, hey, I want to actually go find a home now, or I want to list my home now. And so I recommend setting up the 3 audiences where you target everyone, Facebook, and then Instagram. So with create audience, we're going to go to custom audience. We're going to click website. And then you're going to want to click on the pixel that you just created. And then how I do it is usually do 180 days because that's the max you can do. All website visitors. If you can also do visitors by the time spent. So if you wanted to do a little bit more hyper targeting, you could target people who've only been on your website for say over a minute. So which means kind of they've already scrolled and browsed around your website instead of just going on it and leaving right away. You can target people who have visited specific web pages as well. And so you can do this for listings. If you're trying to sell a property and people click on that listing, you can retarget them. But you'd have to spend a lot of money because the audience I think has to be above 100 people. But you click all website visitors, 180 days, you name it. So whatever website, releads.ca, all web visitors. And I always put the days too because you'll want to see that. And then from here, you're going to click create new audience. And then it's going to go create a new audience, just like something like this would be just anything like this. All visitors, just like that. And then it would say it would be availability. It's probably just creating the audience. So the next one we're going to want to go to is custom audience. And then from here, we're going to want to click Instagram account. And if you haven't connected your Instagram account, you'll want to go into your backend settings, go into the accounts and add your Instagram account as well. If you want to go do that, but that's very, very easy to go do. So I'm not going to waste 20 minutes showing you exactly how to do that. Then you're going to click your actual business Instagram profile. Then you can choose people who follow this, people who started following this professional account, people who have engaged, visited this professional account's profile, who engaged in a post, who sent a message. So you can kind of choose about which type of targeting you do. I tend to do just engage because it's very broad. And then you could do 365 days or 180. It doesn't really matter. If you have a massive Instagram page, maybe shorten it. If it's not very big, then just do 365. And then you do IG, engagement, 365. And then you click create audience. And that Instagram would be done. And then you go over to custom audience. You go to Facebook page. You go to Facebook. You obviously connect your Facebook page. Everyone who engaged in your profile, 365 days. FB, engagement, 365 days. Yeah. Then you click create audience. And now you've created a retargeting audience for all the people who have engaged in your Facebook page, all the people who have engaged in your Instagram page, and all the people who have actually been to your website. And it might take 5-10 minutes for that to actually auto-populate the amount of people in that group, but that doesn't matter because now we're gonna move on to actually setting up our ad since we have the audiences we wanna target. So let's go back to the business home. So if you went to business.facebook.com, right? To actually set up our ads, we're gonna wanna go to all tools, and then we're gonna wanna go to Ads Manager. Okay, so now we're in the actual ads. Let me just get rid of this stuff. And so over here, this is where we're gonna actually create our ads. And so let me just hop over to the document that you're gonna have access to. And this is how we're basically gonna set up our retargeting ads. And so we're gonna be creating, at the minimal amount, we're gonna be creating 4 different ads. So we're gonna be doing 2 different types of images, videos. So we're gonna have 1 image specifically. Either we do a sole image or a quadrant image. I'm gonna choose the quadrant image. And then we're gonna have the video. So those are the 2 ads we're gonna be running. And then we're gonna duplicate each of those ads. So there's gonna be 2 of these image ads, but the only difference is gonna be the actual copy on the page. And so we're gonna use the same image with 2 different ads with the 2 different wordings. And then we're gonna have the same video twice with 2 different wording as well. And so then we're able to actually split test to see which one has the best result. Is it the first ad copy with an image? Is it the first ad copy with the video? Is it the second ad copy with the video, or the second ad copy with the image? And then we can actually see the best results, refine from there, so we're able to get the cheapest cost per lead. And then for this as well, when I'm setting this up, again, I highly recommend finding pictures of homes that are in your areas. Do not use the ones I'm showing you. You can go to free websites like pexels.com and stuff and just grab free homes or free pictures of homes as well. But what I've noticed, because I have done that before, and the click-through rate and the conversion rate's a lot lower than if a home looks very similar to a home that could actually be in their area. And so make sure, because if you're in California versus New York versus even Vancouver, BC, the home styles and the structure of homes are very different. And so you want to make sure that you have a home that's obviously congruent to the area that they're looking for. So basically we're going to set up this image ad. This is what we're going to set up very first. And then we're going to go over and set up the video ad. So for the copy, we don't even need to go over anything. It's going to be right here. Just take these 2 new copies. So these are the copies we're going to be split testing. So it's going to say new. If you wanted to target condos, you can do that. If you wanted to target just homes, you can do that too. So you type in new homes. If you want to do townhomes, you can do that too. It doesn't really matter. But do new homes in whatever location you are. So say it's Vancouver. In Vancouver, now on the market. Get access before others buyers see the listings. And then the headline will be brand new, whatever, condos in Vancouver, for example. The ad copy too would be the same thing. The Nanaimo real estate market is hot right now, or crazy right now. See, you can change. So the instance was when I created this, the market was actually booming like a year ago. Now it's kind of doing a 180. So you could just switch out is hot right now to is crazy right now, because crazy can be viewed as both ways. So technically you're not BSing in that style. There are many new homes in the market, which is true currently, that are amazing deals. True, homes are selling for under asking price right now in a lot of areas. I want to give you exclusive access to before buyers see the listings. Get full access to your area. These are pretty standard ads because they just work pretty good. So those are the 2 ad headlines, okay? So now we're going to create the images and create the video, and then finally at the end we're actually going to go add everything to the Facebook ad campaign so we can actually have it set up. All right. So now when it comes to actually setting up this image, you could just use a general image like this. I've got better results using off the quadrant. And so what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna find pictures of homes in your area. So if you're allowed to take them from other listings and other markets, if you have your own listings, then you can use those too. Find other ones. If you can't find any in your area, you can always go to like pexels.com up here, or pexels, pexels.com, and you could type in house. And these are like the most generic ones you see everywhere, but you can browse around and kind of look around for a few. And then how I also set it up is you see that usually I have 3 homes and then 1 interior. You always want 1 interior. You could have up to 2 interiors, but you always want to have 1 interior, so then they kind of get that variation as well. And so Usually you want to find the home from your area. Obviously, if you can't, just go on to like Pexels or type in free images online, and there's like dozens of websites. And then just scroll through, find the ones you like, make sure you have 4 images. Once you have 4 images, we're going to want to go to a website called canva.com. So canva.com is completely free. It's awesome. You can create basically any image you want. Okay, so from here, you just want to go up to the search bar and type in Facebook ad. Click that, click blank, Facebook ad. And now we're just on a completely blank page. And then from here, you want to go over to the upload section. You're going to scroll down you're going to want to add the 4 photos that you have. Okay, so we're going to want to upload all the 4 photos right over here. And then once they're uploaded, you're just going to want to click on them and you'll be able to bring them in. I'm just copy and pasting them because I have another document that I can do this from. Okay, and then I'm just gonna drag it all around so it's all jumbled. And so basically now we've added the 4 images on the page. What we're gonna wanna do is bring up the 4 images to each corner of the thing. And you may need to resize your images because your images may not fit correctly. An example is this image is a lot larger than it should be. As you can see right here. And so this is a great example, it's a little bit bigger. And so basically I'm just gonna wanna figure out what's the best way to go about this. Do I wanna lower it like this? Like how can I lower it enough where they can still see everything they want, but be congruent? That's good. And so you wanna just optimize the photos and shrink them up so they fit like this. And then theoretically they might be connected together, and then what you're going to want to do is create a small separation. So say if it's like this, you just want to click here, separate a little bit, and then you're going to have this 4 little triangular, or like 4, sorry, 4. Oh. So then you're going to have these 4 different splits right in between here, and that's all you need to do. And so then you go up, title it, FB ad, homes. You're going to want to go over here, file, download, click PNG, and download the PNG. And so now you've actually set up and got your first Facebook ad image that you're going to use. The next one we're going to want to go over to is setting up the video. And so within the video, basically what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to Google Maps and search for the area of our city where we're targeting. We're going to want to screenshot the city of where you're targeting, either the entire city or just a neighborhood. You're going to use Canva and type in video in the format bar, add your screenshot, open the new Canva video post in the elements section and type a red circle. Click the red circle. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to go to Google Maps. We're going to go to Google Maps. Let's do Vancouver, for example. Okay. So say we wanted to do the sub Vancouver region and we didn't want to target like the kind of outskirts. What we would do is, you might have to play around with this a little bit just to make sure it's all good to go and that people can see it correctly. We're going to want to go on Windows, you could just type in snipping tool to screenshot, but if you need a screenshot, just Google how to screenshot. And then we're going to basically just take this. I'm going to redo this. We want to have, the goal is to have where we're circling in the very dead center. And so what I'm going to do is actually take something from up here. I'm going to take one more, a little farther out. And then basically you can save it, or if it's snipping tool, you can always just copy it automatically. And then you're going to want to go back to Canva, type in video. Click bank video. You could do Facebook ad too, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same. So you want to extend that up, extend that out, maybe lower that because we want to get this kind of centered. And then now that you have it in here, just like this, we're going to go over to elements, type in red circle. Oh yeah, here we go. We're going to have that little thing, and then we're going to shrink it to where we want to target. So if we were just targeting this area kind of specifically, you know, does that look good? Probably a little bit wider. Yeah, like that looks pretty good for the most part. And then now once you kind of have that set up and it's good, again, like I would rather this be a little bit more like this in there. So that's why you kind of just want to play around with the screenshot to make sure you have it right. It's better if it's centered, obviously. I don't have it centered here, but what I can do is kind of do that. And we're going to do FB video. You download MP4 video, perfect. Let's download that. And now we have the Facebook ad image and the Facebook ad video completely done. We have the ad copy fully ready to go too. Now we just need to go create the ad and we're ready to go. So now that we have that, we're going to want to pop back over to the business manager. Okay, so now we're actually in the business manager. Now we want to go set up the Facebook retargeting ad. So from here, we're going to want to click create. I just choose to do traffic. You want to name your campaign. I choose to do retargeting. You want to scroll down, leave this off. New traffic ad set, retargeting. And then from here, website, leave that. Your daily budget. I mean, depending on how much people you have, you go into your website, you can get by with the cheapest in Canadian is $1.39. So that's probably like $1. Yeah, it's like $1 US you can get away with. For instance, I have a website that gets about 1,500 people per month. It's a smaller website, and I can get away with $2 ads per day to get in front of everyone. Over the month, it actually gets in front of them over 10 times. So if you don't have that many people going to your website, you can literally get away with like $1, $2 ad spend a month. You can always increase it as well. There's no restriction on that. And then once you have the budget, you're gonna go down to create new audience. We're gonna wanna go to custom audiences. We're going to custom audiences, and then you're gonna find your Facebook page likes, IG account, and then your web visitors. You're gonna wanna click these three. And then if you didn't want to target the people who were leads on your website, for some reason, what you could do is you'd go to your Real Geeks, export all the leads, so you have their email, their phone number, their name, and then you'd go to your audience retargeting area where I showed you, add them in as a client section or lead section, and you click exclude, go to custom audiences and exclude them from the search if that's what you wanted to do. That's how you do that. You're gonna want to turn this off. We do not want to reach people beyond our audience, because then Google's just going to start spending our money to people that have not been to our website. We're going to want to make sure our locations are set to whatever country we're in. Preferably, I actually just stick with like United States and Canada. If you're targeting anywhere outside of those areas, then you might as well. But there's no point in not targeting multiple areas, because I mean, if they've been to your website, then they've been to your website. You're going to leave all this stuff. Make sure advanced detailed targeting is off as well. And then from here, I tend to just leave these on. If you wanted to, you can go play around with it, but I've had better results just leaving this on. And then from here, you're gonna wanna click next. New traffic ad. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do is image 1. So the image with ad copy 1. So we're gonna type in image ad copy number 1. You can see I already have this set up for. You're gonna wanna make sure you click your account. So your business Facebook and your Instagram account set up. Then you're going to want to scroll down to add media. And then you're going to want to click add image. And then click upload. Beauty. Sure. Okay. And so now we have the add image first. Then we're going to go back over here to the document. I would recommend changing this before you copy and paste it in. And then you're going to go into the description. Oh no, sorry, not the description. Primary text. You're going to type that in, and then you're just going to switch that out. So new homes in Vancouver, BC, now on the market. Home style, brand new. Homes in Vancouver, BC. So now, headline. See? Headline. And then for this, you can do, I actually tend to, if I can scroll down to see the ad fully, so I can show you what the ad looks like. We need to add the website. So you're gonna add in actually I'm gonna get to that. And so then from here, for just description, I usually just do just listed homes. For something that want them to click further, I do learn more always. And then we're gonna have the website of where we want them. So what we're gonna wanna do for that is we're gonna wanna go to our reel. And then from there, we're gonna wanna click advanced search. And then we're gonna wanna filter out, obviously, and create the search. So if we were targeting, say, North Vancouver, West Vancouver, Vancouver West, Vancouver East, and then Burnaby, I know Burnaby was in there, Burnaby South, East, North. We're gonna take all those, and then you can tailor to whatever you do. If you're doing condos, you can do condos. If whatever you're typing in, we're just gonna do homes in that area. We're gonna click search. And then we're gonna sort by the newest, since you don't wanna do highest price. We're gonna grab that link, hop back over here, throw that URL in there. And now we can actually see the ad. Okay, and so now this is kind of what it would look like. Okay, and then, I missed something. As you can see, this photo is it's not showing all four. So what we're gonna wanna do if you ever run into this issue is go up to click edit media. We see the issue is right here. So we're always make sure that it's original. It's fine if it doesn't show up in certain placements, because Facebook's automatic placements, there's 40 different areas it can appear. And so if it doesn't appear in 2 of them, it's completely fine, as long as we know we're gonna appear in the feed correctly. Okay, and so now this is fully the completed ad. So scroll down, and then you can see right here, that's all you need to see. And then from here, you know your ad is set up, and then we would click publish. And now that would be published. It's gonna get published up. And then from here now, what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna click the same one, and we're gonna wanna click duplicate. And we want to create 4 ads total, right? Because 2 images, 2 videos. So we're going to click 3. Duplicate. Beautiful. So now we're going to click on this one. All we're going to do for this is change the ad copy to. We're going to scroll down, go over here, grab this in. We know the headline is the exact same, so it doesn't matter. Add this in. Fill out all your information out. So Vancouver. Choose crazy or hot, tweak anything you'd like to do to tweak up in there. Everything else is good there, and then you would just click publish, and then that one would be done. And so then we're gonna go over to the next one. We're gonna completely take the copy out, and we're gonna replace that with video. And so now we're gonna do video. And so you're gonna scroll down, remove the media, we're gonna click add video. We're gonna upload video, FB add video. We're gonna add that in. And we know we already have the ad copy 1 set up. So literally all we need to do is just replace the video. And it's gonna come up in a short period of time here. There we go. So now let's just get this out of the way. So now we actually got the ad playing. We have everything ready, so set up to go. We'd click publish. We have to go to this last one. We want to change this completely, so I'll just do video, ad copy number 2. And then you go in, obviously go back over here, take the ad copy, replace this puppy up, add in all your information, make sure it's all good to go, click publish. And now you have your retargeting ads fully set up with multiple different campaigns, so we can test and make sure that we're refining to get the cheapest cost per lead. And now you just need to wait about 24 hours until Facebook approves you, and then your Facebook ads are going to be completely live and running. And so you've got the retargeting ad set up. We're targeting the people who went to your website, your Instagram, and your Facebook. And then they're seeing multiple different ads as well, which then they'll go to your actual web search page, click on a home they want to look at, enter the lead information in, and then they'll become an actual lead. The only other thing you could add, which sometimes you can do it if you want to create an extra ad groups, is you can duplicate the image ad and the video ad as well, keeping ad copy 1, but instead of sending them to the actual search page like this, you could just go to exactly here where you copy and paste the link, but you just click map. And then you can also send them to a maps page as well, because some people actually prefer to look at the maps view and then based on where the location is, then go view the homes. And so you could always test that out as a third option as well. And that might get better leads. You don't know, but the whole point is also testing. So this is another option you could also add is a map search. All right. So when we go back, now we've actually turned on our lead capture form on our Real Geeks website. So we're able to actually capture those leads. We've set up the pixel, so our domain's verified and we're able to track our cost per lead. We have the drip campaigns to actually nurture those leads that come in. Now we've set up our Facebook retargeting ads to all those people who are on Instagram, Facebook, and been to your website. And so that's exactly it. So now you can just keep that running consistently, just kind of over the months, every 2 weeks. I would say go in, look at the cost per leads, and then you're able to make a decision from there. If image ad copy 2 was performing a lot worse, say $3, $4 more cost per lead than the other ones, you might as well cut that one and then just let those other ones push, because you'll get more leads for a cheaper cost, right? And so that's exactly what we want to do with Facebook ads. So now it's set up. You guys don't need to worry about anything. Now you'll be able to actually generate leads automatically, whether you are running ads to generate leads or not. No matter what, anyone who comes to your website will now see those ads and it'll bring them back to your website, which is ultimately what you want. So I think I covered everything in this video. I know this took a lot longer than I actually expected it would be. But this was good because now you guys know exactly how to set up your Facebook ad campaigns and Facebook retargeting campaigns if you have a Real Geeks website. Just follow this step exactly step by step to make sure you're doing it correctly, and you guys will be able to generate consistent leads every single month. All right. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a comment below on what you liked, any questions you guys have, and also subscribe as well, because it helps with my video going and getting in front of more eyes. So I'd really appreciate that. All right, so thank you guys very much. If you guys are interested in any other videos related to Real Geeks websites, I have a Real Geeks review. I have a full complete tutorial of Real Geeks, as well as how to set up Google Ads for Real Geeks as well. And I'm also going to be recording a few other videos that will show you how to set up Google Ad campaigns, change your lead capture form on your website, and other awesome things coming out in the future as well for Real Geeks websites. All right, so thank you guys very much for watching this video, and I'll see you around.